Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening to everyone who is watching, and most importantly, Madam Mohsinin Binti Mohsin, our lecturer for IMD225. This is a group presentation for our group project comparison regarding on the uses of technologies in the library. I am Muhammad Haqim bin Mastani, and this is my group members Zairyl bin Zain, Akmal Haziq bin Jasmi, Shah Ahmed Faris bin Shah Iszhan, and we are from IM1104E. To start off, Nazrique will be presenting his Harvard University Library.
Okay, we will start off with the overview of Harvard University Library. So, the Harvard University Library is located in Cambridge, Massachusetts in United States of America. Besides than that, the Harvard University Library was also the first ever institutional library that was built in United States of America, which makes it the one of the oldest libraries in the world at the age of 400 years old. The library was developed by the man himself, which is John Harvard. Hence, where the library and the university got their names from. The Harvard University Library is considered as the largest library in the world. Not only that, it is also rich with a variety of materials in their library collections. Okay, so next is the logo and motto of Harvard University Library. So, as you can see here, this is the official logo of Harvard University Library. The logo is actually a shield with three books in it. As for Harvard University Library's motto, it is written in Latin, which is veritas, which means truth. Okay, so next is the vision and objectives of Harvard University Library. Harvard University Library aims to be the global leader in expanding the world of knowledge and intellectual exploration. They are aiming to become the leader to spread knowledge and wisdom to the world. As for objectives, they have three main objectives. First is to lead with curiosity by expanding their intellectual frontiers and remain in awe of things that they do not know yet. Next is to seek collaboration by bringing people and ideas together to create a partnership that gives interesting results. Last but not least is to embrace a diversity of their library collections to keep sharing knowledge to their community. Okay, so next slide is the services of Harvard University Library. The services of Harvard University Library offers for their students and staff is book mailing services, cost reserves, interlibrary loan, and a note. For book mailing services, it is a service where the librarians will mail any books that the user have requested for. For cost reserves, it is a service that is offered for users that wants to reserve any books or library materials that they want to use for their classes. Besides that, Harvard University Library also offers an interlibrary loan where it allows users to borrow any reading materials that are available from other libraries. Harvard University Library will contact any libraries around the world to borrow or send a copy of the materials to them. Lastly is a note. It is also provided by Harvard University Library for their users. It is to help them to save and recognize any references for their assessments and assignments. So next is the activities in Harvard University Library. There are a few upcoming activities that will be held by Harvard University Library themselves, like email management and retention, trash or treasure guidance on retaining your office records, and TikTok time management while working from home. For email management and retention, it is a workshop where the library staffs will educate students on the method on how to control their emails and manage them by following the Harvard policies. Next is Trash or Treasure. It is also a workshop that will offer students on tips and advices to assist them in keeping their records safely. Last but not least is TikTok time management while working from home. For this one, the librarians will teach students or staffs on how they should spend their leisure time with something that brings positivity. All of these activities will be conducted through virtually. And as you can see here, these are the departments and organizational chart of Harvard University Library. Okay, so this slide is about the technologies of Harvard University Library. So, Harvard University Library's main integrated library system is HOLIS, or can also be known as Harvard Online Information System. This technology is widely used by the students and staff in the University of Harvard. Before this, the oldest version of Hollis is known as Hollis Classic before they updated to the newest version, which is Hollis. These are the latest updates for Hollis. The status and location of Harvard University Library Reserve Book with no searchings are now separated database that can now be seen by users. Next is to improve by making the searches using part of a word to find all forms of the word to be more flexible. Third, all the searches for journals, reserves, or e-resources are now limited. And fourth is that the updated one offers users an on-screen list of languages, formats, and library names which helps them to refine searchings. Next is the limitation and recommendation of Harvard University Library. So for limitation, there are two main limitations, which is delays in their library tool or system and financial problem. Harvard University Library's system is often delayed or crash, especially during this pandemic. Hence, students and staff that are using the library system will find constant delays and load up while using them. Other than that, Harvard University Library also struggled in terms of financial, and because of that, it makes it hard for the librarians to look and afford for publishers as their asking price is too expensive and demanding. For them to solve these problems, Harvard University Library can improve the overall library system by hiring an IT specialist to help them update the library system regularly. Lastly, for financial, they can try and sell any old or obsolete materials to other libraries. By doing so, it can help them to increase their their financial fundings. They can also hire for publishers that are not too demanding and affordable. Okay, to conclude my part, which is Harvard University Library, the library is one of the most successful and excellent libraries that has ever existed. With their huge number of materials in their collection is the reason why Harvard University Library is one of the top libraries in the world. Not only that, with their unique infrastructure design is why the library is often packed with visitors each day. If the library continues to serve for its community, they will for sure strive to be the number one library in the world.
Hello, I'm Akmal and I'm going to explain about the overview of UCLA. Okay, first, UCLA has been the pioneer preserving throughout impossibility, turning the fatal into attainable. This perspective has brought them 14 Nobel Prizes, 14 Faculty MacArthur Fellows, one 8 NCAA titles, and more Olympic medals than most nations. Since their inception, every accomplishment, every breakthrough, every leap and bound fueled by their unwavering determination to make a difference.
So hi, I'm Shah. So as you can see here, this is the logo for UCLA campus. So next is motto. The motto for UCLA campus is education, research, and services.
Okay, for their vision is they're interested in building engineering systems that interact intelligently with the environment. Besides that, they also almost have the permit brain is devoted to the processing visual information.
Okay, so for the objectives, it is a creation, dissemination, preservation, and application of knowledge for the betterment of our global society is UCLA purpose as a public research university.
Okay, for the services, the existence of renal Recon, UCLA Medical Center, they further their tradition of medical outreach and assure the highest quality of care to Los Angeles and the world. The treatment center is located at the UCLA Medical Center, Santa Monica. UCLA also support K-12 enhancement program. UCLA gives to the community also. Okay, activities in UCLA. UCLA activities offer opportunities for students to participate in extracurricular activities beyond the classroom walls. Student joining a club or organization is a great way to meet other students with the same interests and get involved in the campus life. UCLA also focus on sports and athletics.
As you can see here, this is the departments and organizational structure for UCLA campus.
Okay, for technologies in the library, For UCLA, the UCLA library creates a variant nexus of ideas, collection, expertise, and the spaces in which users illuminate solutions for local and global challenges. The campus library instructional computing commons or CLICC offer technology and support for UCLA students, faculty, and staff. Besides that, the CLICC also provide laptop lending, printing, study room reservation, projector loans, video kits, computer section, and a wide variety instructional software. Besides that, the Technology of Learning Center offer 103 workstations designed to meet computer needs of graduate students in the School of Medicine, Nursing, and also Public Health. Okay, the limitation of UCLA are limited resources at the library. This is because the resources is very important for students to gain more knowledge for their subject. Okay, besides that, UCLA also have the largest population but have the smallest faculty. On top of that, having a parking permit in the campus is very difficult because the waiting list is so long.
So for the recommendation for UCLA campuses, to solve the problem is by adding more buildings in the college, because they surely need to add more buildings to make sure that there is enough classes for the students. Lastly, if they add more buildings, they will have more space to make an event or activities in the campus. So for the last slide is conclusion. In a nutshell, it is critical that local leaders work together to act on the findings and recommendations from this report. They recognize that the problems they have identified are complex. Lastly, they can accept that they can improve through designated supported activity throughout an all-inclusive period of time.
I'm about to present Phillips Exeter Academy Library or the Class of 1945 Library. This is the overview. It is located at Exeter, a town in Rockingham County, New Hampshire, United States. The construction began in April 1969, completed in November 1971. Late 1905, the library had only 2 rooms and 2,000 volumes. And in 1995, the library was officially named the Class of 1945 Library, honoring Dr. Lewis Perry, Exeter's 8th principal. Fun fact, it is the largest secondary school library in the world. In this slide, we see the logo and motto of Phillips Exeter Academy Library. The logo is on the left and the motto is on the right. The motto is non-CB, which means not for self. So this is their vision and objectives. Vision for Phillips Exeter Academy Library is diversity, equity, and inclusion. For objectives, they have excellence, which is to pursue excellence to empower the students to do great things, academics, to pursue what the students truly love and discover their potential, and lastly, community, to make connection for life at a place called home. These are the services in Phillips Exeter Academy Library or the Class of 1945 Library. First one is circulating equipment. Students can borrow digital cameras, iPad projection cables, digital video camera, personal CD player, headphones, graphing calculators, cell phone, and device charging cables at the library. Next is printing services. The Phillips Exeter Academy Library has printing services available for any students and staffs. Lastly, interlibrary loan. Interlibrary loan is where materials requested that are either too specialized or not appropriate from the collection of the library to be borrowed from other institutions through the interlibrary loan. So these are the activities at Phillips Exeter Academy Library or the Class of 1945 Library. First one is the Lamont Younger Poets. This is a program to honor poems of exceptional promise written by juniors, ninth graders, and lowest at Phillips Exeter Academy. It is to seek recognize promise as well as achievement in the early years of a student's developing craft. Next is Friends of the Library. It is established in 1930 and it is helped to maintain the vitality of the library. Next is the Bennett Fellowship. This is to provide time and freedom for material consideration of a person seriously contemplating or pursuing a career as a writer. These are the departments and organizational structure of Phillips Exeter Academy Library or the Class of 1945 Library. This is the technology In Phillips Exeter Academy Library, or the class of 1945 library, they used Biblion. In 1994, a computerized catalog Biblion goes online to users within the academy. Then, in 1997 December, Biblion is made accessible to users outside of campus community. Users can search for books, articles, images, videos, audiobooks, ebooks, and more. Users can search by keyword, title, author, or subject. Users anywhere outside the Academy network will receive an Academy login screen after they click on the desired title. This is the limitation and my recommendation for Philips Exeter Academy Library. First one, limitation. Lack of information at the website and no other advanced technologies. For recommendation, give more information at the website and change or improve all technologies to new and advanced technologies. So, this is the conclusion for Philips Exeter Academy Library. In conclusion, Philips Exeter Academy Library is a magnificent library as it has the facilities for the students and staff for the academy to utilize there. The class of 1945 library is very useful, both physical and for the internet users to search information as the library has a large number of materials inside the library collection. Philips Exeter Academy Library also need to improvise their library wherever the flaws are seen or visible so that they can become better in the future and set an example to any other libraries in the world, not the secondary school libraries. That is all from us. Thank you.